Hello.
Hello, welcome. Are we there? I think so. Thank you for joining us. My name's Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And together we are Mitosu Crafts.
Welcome to our channel. So today we'll be sharing the new Stampin Positioner by Stampin Up, available for customers during 3rd of February to the 2nd of March via the joining offer, and it is available now for Stampin Up demonstrators.
Yes. So if you are interested in getting this, I'll just quickly pop the. Oh no, I need to. Sorry, we're getting used to a new system. So that QR code on the screen. I tell you what. Let's just come back to us right there for the moment. We'll do that one in a moment. Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say that QR code, which is on the screen right there, is what you can scan. That will then take you to our joining page where you can link up. But if you want to get this Stampin Positioner free with your joining kit, and as Jay said, it is available from the 3rd of February only till the 2nd of March. So if you do it any earlier than that, you won't get the Positioner free in your starter kit. So just bear that one in mind. But we'll share the QR code in a moment once we go camera down. So you can scan that one if you want to.
Yes. So you can join our team if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, Netherlands, Belgium, or Ireland. And for those already in our team, make sure that you can check your pre-order and add that to your basket, because it is available for demonstrators at the moment until the 2nd of February only.
So on the 2nd of February for demonstrators, it will stop, and then it will go over to the joining kit for everyone else who wants to become a demonstrator from the 3rd.
Cool.
So there we go. So we will go camera down and we will show you our first look. Like I say, it's not even been come out of the box yet. I don't know, maybe Jay's just had it out of the box.
No.
Did you not?
No.
No. Okay. So let's go camera down and let's have a little look at it, shall we? There we have it. And let's do that one right there.
Cool. So yes, so we'll open up the box that it comes in. Ooh. So it's quite big, the box. But I'll get the ruler to measure out. So yes, so Stampin Positioner there. It's a nice and sturdy box. There we go. Anything else in there? Nope. Let's open it up. Ooh, it's like Christmas all over again. But I can see through the paper. Not through the box though. But yes, so you have this small positioner. You have the main, what you call that? Stampin platform. And then you have a black and white instruction booklet or pamphlet. So you get the base, magnet, which is in those two. You also have the large stamp plate and then the small alignment plate. Okay. And it's English, French, German, Dutch. And then you have a picture of how to use it. There you go. So we'll try it out. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll say hello to those of you who joined us live briefly. So we have Lee Staber, Sandra, hello, Heather, Janice Adams, Danette, Dazzle Craft with Janice, hello, 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 Jill, and Stamping Flair with Rochelle, hiya. And yes, so thank you so much for joining us. So I'll just dismantle it a little bit so we can have a closer look at the platform. So you do have measurements in inches and what's that one? Metric. So metric on top and then inches on here. I don't know if you can see. So it is engraved on it or on the actual pad. These two springs on the side goes, well, the spring, so it goes up and down. You have notches on here as well as here. So the small notches is for the grid paper that you can protect your platform. The grid paper is sold separately, so you won't get it for free during the joining offer, but you can add that onto your starter kit. The notches here is for your small platform, I believe, is it? Yes, because that's upside down. Yes, it is. Okay. And then the two spring on top is for your big platform. So the big platform, you have two holes on the top end or on the side, whichever one side, shall I say. There's two holes goes onto those spring, and then on the other opposite end, you have the spring on those. So it feels like there's a rubber pad on there. So kind of like to stop it from slipping, I guess. So that's that. On the small platform, you have obviously the holes for those pegs. And then all 4 feet are spring loaded and they have the rubber on those feet as well. Which one is it? Sorry, I just need to move this thing because I can't see the ones. So this is a bit exciting. I should be here next week. Ooh, exciting. Can the small platform fit on either end? It cannot, because the two holes is only on one side. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there's no holes on the other end, so that can only fit on there. Okay, the thickness of each of the platform is about 5 millimeters, or that will be 3/16 of an inch, or yeah, 3/16 of an inch. The width of that is 2 inches by 7/8, yeah. Okay, this one, just to double check if it's the same width, thickness, yeah, 5 mil, the same. And then that is 9/15/16 of an inch, or 25.3 centimeters by 19 centimeters, or that is 7.5. Cool. So that's that. The platform itself would probably be, just make sure that the holes is there. Maybe, I can't tell at the moment. Maybe like add a sticker just to make sure that you know where the top is. But once you're used to it, I'm sure you'll know. Stampin' Up logo at the bottom, Barry pointed out. Thank you so much. There you go. The platform itself is is it the same? The same width, because I have it this way, 25.3. So that should be 9/15/16. And then it'll be slightly taller because of those pegs on the top. So I think 7
by 8, really, isn't it?
It's 7/15/16 of an inch. Sorry?
It's like a 10 by 8, isn't it? Ish.
I don't know. Is it? Yeah, it's nearly 10 by 8. Yeah, 20.1 centimeters. Okay, well, I think that's it. The magnets are on a sleeve, so it's kind of like a circular magnet. You can probably pop those out. Yeah, you can. There is a tab on the side, so you can easily pick it up. if you have the one on the bar, like that black bar facing you, it'll be harder to pick up because it's that tab is actually flushed onto the platform. So have that like that, so that's slightly lifted. Hopefully that makes sense. If I show you on top, can you see one is slightly higher on the platform and the other one is flushed on the platform? If I bring it up, so there's not much lift from it. Can you make it bigger? So you can bend it slightly so it'll be easier to pick up, but I would say just do it the one way. So it is matte white, and then you have a foam on the base, so it's kind of like cushions it. It's not slippy, but it doesn't stop it from slipping, just like these the rubber, because this one on the spring are rubber, so it kind of like stops it from slipping too much. This one is just foam, kind of like your Stampin' Pierce mat or stamping foam, I guess. So that is it. I will share the grid paper. We did get it as well to protect. So the grid paper, Stampin' Positioner grid paper. How many sheets are in there? There's 50 sheets. So let's open the up. And we can do some stamping. Any other questions?
Heather said everyone she's seen using it at the moment seems to be happy.
Cool.
With it, which is good.
That's
I think we are
good.
as well.
Yeah. Well, haven't used it yet. We will see. It looks good. It feels sturdy. So let's see if it's okay. So it's kind of like the big grid paper where it's joined in one end. You have inches on one side, and then inches on one side and metric on the other. So all of these small dots on the top, you slot it in depending on which measurements you want. And I will just show you the middle area of that. It's probably easier if I take it off first. Can you see? The rest are just normal circular dots. These two in the middle where there's a triangle, there's a slight point on it. So you can align your paper there as well. And it just adds that extra security for that grid paper, as well as there's another use for that middle area. So that's why there's no dot in there. So line that up and we can do some stamping. Okay, so that feels, maybe it's just me being picky, but I'm sure it doesn't need to be straight down because you do have your magnets to secure that even more. So what did we get in our online exclusive? We did get a big stamp. So I thought I'll do a big background stamp. Flower sphere, great for coloring with watercolor pencil or your stamping blends, which I probably will be doing in an online coloring masterclass. So this is a huge one. 4.5 by 5/3/8 of an inch. And the way to use it is, I know normally it's a background stamp. Normally I would just put my paper on top of that, but if you have a big platform, why not? So yeah, so place your stamp or your paper first, it doesn't matter. Line up your, what's it called, platform, and then pick that up. If it does lift the paper slightly because it is still new and tacky, you can just put that back down, and that's in place already. So I do have a huge paper here, just so I know I can cut it down after, so you can make sure that it's straight. But again, if you're cutting it down afterwards, it doesn't matter. Can I fit two? Because I'm being no, I can't. Okay, that's half an A4 size, so A5. So like that, or I can do it the other way. Will that fit? Yeah, that will fit. But if I'm gonna use it, I'll probably do it the other way, which would be just turn the paper around, right? You can butt it up against those dots to make sure that it's straight. But if it's bigger than normal, let's just check. Okay. So I would say when you're inking it up, you will need to kind of like take it off. If you place it on there, that's spring bound. So either place it on a flat surface. I can try it on just to keep desk space. That's what I'm worried about. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't want to be moving that aside, inking this up, and ditto. So I'm gonna see if I can do that way to save space, because we're all crafters. I'm sure I'm not the only one that likes to spread out, and by the end of the crafting session I have about this size of space to craft with. But so yeah, so you can press and hold it, I guess, if you want to, or ink it up before you actually place your card. But then if you're repeat stamping, which you can do as well with this, you'll have the cardstock there. So it did ink it up. And I would say put those two holes on that slots in the top end before you place it down the bottom, and then you can press and hold. So I'm not sure. Well, I'm just gonna kind of like caress the back, all of those sides. I know that you can press it down. I don't know how much of the pressure will keep or will take down all of those stamps. But normally with big stamps, you would make sure that you press on every single area. So there we go. That did stamp properly. I'll do another one if I just press on certain areas. Let's see what will happen. And because what's great about Stampin' Positioner is you can re-stamp again. Let's have a look. Do I have another paper? That's huge, isn't it? That's not the one that I got, but hey ho. It'll definitely fit in that one. Right. What did I say? I should have. Okay, I'll take this off and then ink that up. So that does feel better because it's nice and flat. So if you do have the space, maybe bring that up and then ink up off. But it didn't feel uncomfortable pressing the ink pad onto that spring. Right. I nearly stamped then. I better put this in. You can
That's
stamp
why,
on the
that's
grid
why the
paper.
grid paper is good.
Oh, I do like grids and paper. So you can add that as a element in your card making, right? Right. So slots on top, press down. So if I just do one there, so I didn't completely press everywhere as you saw. If I press on there, there you go. And I still miss some. Can I do a third one without re-inking? Because all of those inks should still be on your stamp, right? So now I'm just gonna make sure that I press down on all of those areas, lift up, and now we have a complete. I still missed a bit. There we go.
And that one was unplanned.
Yes. So there are tools that you can buy. We don't sell. Barry just give me this. This was a gift from us, I believe, from Vicky. So you can press that down, or if you don't have those tools, we do have like microfiber cloth, and then just kind of like press that down.
Something to give you a bit of wider pressure.
Yeah. So there you go. The stamp is new, so it might still have coating, so that's why you kind of like have more of a textured look. So yes, there we go. So I need to clean it. Our trusty chamois. Who does the shimmy shammy dance? Barry, are you gonna come up with a shimmy shammy dance?
Shimmy shammy dance.
Shimmy shammy.
You don't want to see my shimmy shammy dance.
Or chamois, just for you, Vic.
I'm not sure if they can hear me in the background.
I don't know.
I think I've got noise suppression down too.
Can you hear Barry in the background? Because he is talking to me as well. So that's for like big stamps, I guess. We also bought or pre-order in the pre-order. So these are all online exclusive, the Flowers Fair. We also have the cutest crew. Look at that. So you have birds, dogs, and cats, and butterflies, flowers on there. So that is the cutest crew. They do, or this does come as a bundle with some dies. I might as well show you because they're really cute. Whilst we're at it, but we're gonna do some other stamping. Let's have a look at the dies. So you have paw prints, the design. I don't know. That cuts out dice that cuts out the images, and you have standalone dice for the dogs and the cats. It's probably there. There you go. And the birds. I didn't see the birds. So there we are. So that's the big plate. Hi, Bex. So Liz Tabor said, I'd like to see the shimmy shammy dance. Just saying.
Liz, you really don't.
So we have got photopolymer stamps. I did. So with this new stamps, I know Barry has done just kind of like off on the verge because I want to try something. I haven't tested it. So Barry stamped so we know how to put it back into the plastic because we just keep it all in the same. So I was just thinking, how am I gonna do that? I know it's so normally I would just kind of like stamp it on like on a piece of card like that, but I want to try and see if I can do it back to front, because it's just easier. Because I've done it before where I have done I've stamped it and I wasn't too happy with the stamping. I know it's only a reference guide for our stamping for the it for the sleeve, but I do want it to look nice as well. So my thing is, you can do it as normal, or it will need some sort of sticking down. Because so I'll place this upside down. Can I get away with? Can I get a what? What? Again, I'm just gonna do that. Is that gonna the magnets are thinner than the photopolymer. I only need it to keep in place. I will need to stick my paper down. So I've got this upside down so I can see where it is. And I know that it's going to cover it. So that. And I'm going to keep this in our sleeve. So it's not the ideal, but it's a bit long-winded if you just want a quick reference, but I thought I'll try it and see if it works. And if it doesn't, if it's still got a bit of things on there, is that moving? It is moving. It doesn't matter. I know my. So who stamped their own reference point, reference guide for their stamps? Right, I'm just thinking of. So of course this won't be repeat stamping because this keeps moving. It's just for my reference, and I just wanted to see if it will work, because we have got quite a fair bit of new stamps from the pre-order. Again, just make sure that that is done. So now I have my reference. So back to front, but again, at least it's stamped nicely. And I can keep that in our sleeve. Now I can start taking off these because I didn't want to take them off before I've done my reference sheet, because that's quite tight fitting. Right? I'm sure you know. Okay, so we can do some repeat stamping. So the width of this I already shared, but I'm guessing you can only add stamps that's kind of like that same width, which is, let's do that one and a half. Or would that work? Because that the gap here it's 1 inch. We will see. We'll try it out. We'll start off from the left. See how big we can do it. So these stamps. So we do the cats because we love cats, right? I'll do the dogs as well. There we go. Does it matter? You can pick it up from, it doesn't even have to be on the thing. You can pick it up from the table, because you do have the grid on here. So if you find that if it's a new stamp that it keeps lifting that grip paper, pick it up from your table. Right. Is that wide enough? The only thing, yeah. Okay. So whilst that's on, Again, place those top holes into the slot. You can actually line it up onto your cardstock where you want it. Or do I want it? Do we want it that way? I think that would look better, doesn't? Won't it? I can't speak. Okay. So I've already kind of like committed to that. I could always take it off, but that's not the point. I'm just gonna make sure I do want it in the middle. And because it's a fairly new stamp, I don't want it to lift or move. So I'm making sure that's quite close, and I can always just move that. Right, let's ink this up. Do we want it in black again? So holes on top, Stampin' Up logo in the bottom, slot that on, press it down. Lift it up. You can see that I even inked on, there's ink on that edge of that stamp. And if you press it down correctly, I do have cat hairs, so that's
Already.
cat hairs on the stamp already. So that's quite apt with the, the stamp, I guess. So I'm just gonna ink it up again. And before, so that stayed in place. Let's see. Before I press it down or lie that down, I know that that's in the way. So I'm just gonna move that along. So currently there is no other accessories available from than what else comes out of the box plus the grid paper, but Stampin' Up will be making other accessories available for purchase. So I'm hoping that they'll give us more like magnets or extra plates or whatnot, but we will see. We still don't know. So there you go. So repeat, just ink, move a slot, and stamp. Again, don't forget your magnets. So you can do bulk stamping, or so I'll just do this repeat stamping. I should have done bulk stamping first, to be fair, but let's do one last one. So this one feels better because it's a smaller thing and it rests flat on the platform. All right, I'll just move that one. Yeah. Cat hairs for textures. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Rochelle. There we go. Lovely. Ooh, that's nice. So that is done. Done. We'll swap with the dogs just in case. Where's my shimmy sham? There we go. So that one I put on the small platform first. But if you already have, I guess your paper on there. Let's do that. So I will do the dogs. So you can place that on. Or can you do it Wonka dog? I don't know. We will see. No. Maybe not. We'll do it straight. How did I do it? See, I have to think again how I did it. It was like that, right? If I did it that way, I'm not concentrating. It's too exciting. It's too exciting. So I'm guessing these two prongs, if you line it up in the middle, right? And then pick it up with your small platform. Stampin' Up logo, bottom. There you go. And that, you know, that will do the same. Okay, I'll just stamp one, but that one was quite high. So if you want to change the positioning, so if you want to do bulk stamping, but I would maybe use the larger for bulk if you're adding the sentiment as well.
Mum's just asked a question. Can you not use the triangle at the top of plate to angle the paper?
Yes, you can. So I was going to do that in a second or in a minute, but yes, you can. So yes. So you can just line it up and then do the dogs and then the cats in between or the birds. So let's do that. You can alternate. That's the word I was looking for. Because I don't want to do all of the dogs the same as the cats, because it's just the same. But I did kind of like add the stamp differently. Find the way that works for you once you have the Stampin' Positioner. Right, I'm just gonna clean this dogs.
Just asked you a question.
Are you pleased with it so far? I am. Surprisingly, I did have my doubts just because you couldn't see well in the pictures, because we only had pictures in quick videos before. So I was just interested to see how it feels to hand. So I'm gonna add, maybe, shall I have the birds and then you can have the sentiment in the middle. So for bulk stamping, of course, you can just do both and then change the paper and then do the same again. Unfortunately, so you can't use both sides because the spring is only on one side. Same goes for the large platform. The spring is only on one side. That looks straight, right? Oh, well. We will do that. So again, I keep forgetting, Stampin' Up. So if it does lift, just press it down. It should go back in the same position because of the magnets. So I'll ink this up. Stamp down. Ink it up again. That's a bit inkier. And I'm going to do it on this side. And And then finally, we'll just add a sentiment. Where is my shimmy? Shimmy shammy. Right, sentiment. What have we got? Have the best day. So glad we're friends. Upside down. Just a little hello. Just a little hello. Just because it's thinner. So if I thought about it, you can do it that way or that way if you're like me in a way, if my brain sometimes doesn't compute when it's sideways. So that looks straight to me. Okay. Hopefully that stamp is clean because I'm just gonna go in. Shall I have a color one? What's a nice colorful blue? Because I do like blue. It's gonna have to be blue. A sure afternoon. Let's see. So you can see my lovely inking of the stamp. Let's see if that shows. So I'm just pressing. I'm not pressing too hard. I think it did. Oh, no, it didn't. So that looks nice. So we did the repeat stamping, but created a pattern instead of just the repeat stamping. So for bulk, I would say if it's just one stamp that you're using, use the big platform, and you can use like the grid lines to line up your card. I'll just quickly do what stamp? Let's do the dogs again. So the dogs at the bottom this time. I'm not going to do a repeat stamping, but maybe get in the habit of placing it in between. I don't know. Just so if you change your mind, you can do the repeat stamping. But it doesn't matter. I just need the big platform. You may need to cut me some more paper. And then have the best day. I'll do the hello again because I want that different. So if you like one layer cards, I'm just worried that it's too far, that magnet. I do feel, as I said, I do want more magnets. Just I want to feel secure that it's gonna stay in the paper, or I could always tape it up, but that's not the point. All right, because that's two stamps. That I just need to make sure that, yeah, that looks all right. That's still in my 1 inch. It picked it up. So if I want my ink, color ink on one, and then black on the other, because I might color this up, maybe. Slot those sides, press down. Again, look at my inking of the hello. Hopefully that didn't, and it did not. So as long as I make a note of where I started, from there, I can get another card do I have another card? And then do the same. So if you're going to events or doing some swapping, Barry, next week, right?
Yeah, you've given me a few ideas.
So you can do these on stage next month, in March. So you don't even have to clean your stamps, I don't think. Just ink up. Can you see? I'm just gonna move aside. Maybe not ink up on the card sleeve or image because I do want that. So again, my inking, I've got ink on there, but if you just press on the image and sentiment, that should not stamp because there's no, you can't rock this. I know rocking is a technique as well, but you don't want to be rocking when your plates are all inky. So that's how you can do bulk. You can step it up by coloring, adding layers for the background or twine. But there we go. And now we can do some other things that Sandra did point out. Where's my shimmy? So for let's, do I feel that's not better? I'm gonna try it left side this way. I've already tried it top side. I mean these pegs. Take these off. So you do have, it's a big one. So for the corners, so remember I showed you that there's no dot on there. That's so you can add that paper at an angle. You do have that triangle as well. So you can do some corner stamping. What have we got? Butterflies. Let's do it. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? It is quite close to the edge. And it's small enough, so I can use this because the stamp is small. It was just enough that it doesn't. So this, the feet has got that curve support. So you just need to be away from that, which I was. Inking might be a bit slightly difficult because of those feet. And here said Pete. But that's fine, I guess. Where's the hole? There. Here. I should have done a smaller piece so you could see the effect a little bit better, but you can just do corner accents on your card. And if you have a bigger design, see, can you find a bigger design? Do you know? Okay, this way it feels better, but because I'm right-handed, I tend to press more harder on the left, but on the right even. But it still feels all right. Once I remember, I need to press all of that platform down. But if I don't, the Positioner is there for... Okay, I'm gonna cut this paper to size because it's not at the moment. It's not at the moment. Trimmer. Because I want to use it. I don't want to just stamp it and not use it. Let's do a square. So that this is 4/1/8 square, or 10.5 centimeters. Right. Any other? Hi, Evelyn. Comments? Ooh, you can stamp large papers as well instead of smaller paper. Let's see how that works. And then final one. I should really look at my reference stamping, which is this one with the sentiment. You do have a flower there. So that's the corners. Shall we add the flowers in between? Would that work? Again, it's not that big. Or I can move the... What are these? Butterflies. What are you? Right, I'm just gonna clean that. So again, if I do... Again, I'm gonna place that with a reference on the two. So either mark it or just make a mental note. Oops, nearly. All right, I'm just gonna close this because... So 2 inches. Is that gonna work there? Can I do it that way? That looks funky, doesn't it? What other ones? The flowers. Ooh. Can I do 2 flowers? Oh, okay. So that mark might be wrong in a second. Let's check. 1, 2. So if I place that... I'm just working it out where... Because I want that in the middle of there. Oh, stay. I'm not gonna stick down that card yet. If it was a longer stamp, it'll be easier, but I'm trying to do it. So now that I can see where the stamp is aligned on the peg, so I can do the repeat stamping. I can line this cardstock down and see if that would do my repeat stamping. Bear with. Yes, okay. So at the moment, it is funky. Can I do it at 1.5? It's just slightly. Okay. Oops, sorry. Do the bottom. If I line that up at 1.5, it took me a while. That should be okay now. Right. We'll go with it. Okay. So stamp stamp 1.5. Okay, so I'm gonna turn 1.5 ink. My inking, it's so messy. Stamp, ink, move 2 pegs up or 1 peg up, stamp, turn, line up where I had it. So once you've kind of like worked out where the placement, you can make it up, or you can do the stamping. So if you're bulk stamping this, I would stamp all of your corners first, because as I said, we only have one small platform. Or the corners, you can use the big platform. I only use the small platform because I thought it was small enough to do, which it was. And then finally, the last 2 stamping. Hi, Sharni. There. So I used the corner alignment, repeat stamping, and step stamping. I don't know the new name, if there's a new name. There we go. So large paper. So for your memory keeping, scrapbooking as well, which is on here. So you can either use, because there's no kind of like things, there's no sides. You can push your paper, and as you saw, like if you have the full A5, it goes all the way down. Shall I just do it on an A4? Okay. I'm gonna cut it in half because, but that way. What other stamps did we get, Harry? He's left me. I have no idea where it's gone. What other stamps did we get?
You've got them all out here.
Oh, okay. My fault. Huh?
You know where my phone is?
I don't know. On there? On here? Is it not on there? You were on the call in the kitchen. Ooh, what's this? Rolling waves. So that's a background. Oh, that's huge, isn't it? Okay. We'll see. It's quite a solid stamp as well. But so normally I would. Okay, that's an easy one. I won't do what I did with the with the small one. So normally I would actually ink up, because it's a new stamp. Ink up my stamp and then stamp it on a grid paper. This is still nice and pristine, so I'm just gonna use a really old grid paper. This is just to ensure that when I clean it, any residue coating, so you can see that it's already pulling in some areas, because it might have some coating from the factory. Either do that or just. I find that a couple of times doing this, it just makes the stamping crisper or the stamp cleaner, so the ink grips onto it a bit better. Sometimes I do use a rubber as well. So if you find that with new stamps and you stamp on a project and you're not getting that crisp image, it could be that there's coating on your stamp. So just do a couple of those. So that is a texture stamp. Oh, I should have done the product of the month because there's still time for product of the month in February. What is the product of the month this month, Gary? It's a stamp set, isn't it?
I can't. Oh,
We have it. We haven't used it.
is it Sentiments?
Mm-hmm. I just don't know the name. I could have finished that card and just added that hello. Yes. Fabulous sayings. There you go.
That's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm just going to clean that and then we're good to go. I didn't do it off camera because that was the first time it came out of its sleeve. So I was thinking this long texture, well, waves stamp would be a good one to use because you can do edgings. I can even use this as a, like in a card base, just a continuous from the front to the back or the inside of the card. So when you open it, as a 10th fold or even as a normal fold, when you open it, the bottom line has got the waves in it. Ooh. So yes. Okay. Again, I'm just doing it. I'll do it in the middle. Just. Ooh, okay. Okay, let's do that. Can I? Yes. I will do it in the middle. Let's do that. And I'm just talking to myself. Don't mind me. Okay. So pick that up. Hopefully that won't. I've kind of like done it. If it does pick up, it doesn't matter too much. There's no ink on it, so that's why it's sticky as well. But if I just line it up, make sure it's butted against those. I keep saying dots, but probably there's better technical names. It was still ink on there, but what color shall I use? Pool party? Or let's go coastal. That's the sea, right? It's coastal. Hi, Pauline. Right, ink it up. Press. I don't think this is. Yeah, it's still pulling a little bit, so it could be my. I haven't rubbed off those coating a little bit. So because there's nothing on the side, you can kind of like take off your magnets and then just move that. I know that I've lined that up onto the top, so you can either just move that along and before you stamp, put your magnets again. Looks all right. Ink it up. If I do it that way. In a way, if you do it that way with your stamping pad, you shouldn't be pressing too hard, because if you're pressing too hard, kind of like your electric toothbrush, it'll go red. If you press too hard, that will go down, right? That might be a good learning pressure on your stamping pad. If you find that you press too hard and get inky, I still do it, as you saw with the Azure Afternoon. So everyone does it. There you go. So I can even continue on. So I just need to take that off. I probably don't even need these. Shall I not do that with the bigger piece? Because so if I continue on, or maybe I do, because that's the edge, because I don't want that. Any other questions before we finish up? Because right, I'm just gonna ink this
Been on for a long time.
Have I? An hour and a half. Well, maybe just an hour. What? We were late. We had technical issues. Oh, there. Oh no. Right, shimmy shimmy. Paris doing a shimmy shimmy. So, if you want to repeat that, you either need to use the grid paper as alignment. So if you just want to line it up, oh, shall we do it that way instead? So let's see. 1/2 inch on top, and then I can repeat stamp, or you can overlap and do 1/4 inch. So just depending on how you want it, your design to go through, but you can do it on the edge as well. So for borders. So that was coastal, wasn't it? Let's do pool party. Ooh, this is really inky. It will add texture. It's frothy. I don't know.
Let's go foamy.
Foamy. You know what I meant. 1/4 inch, right? Right. Just make sure, line that up. There. Ink it up. Or if you can do like slimline cards. But obviously not as long as this. Cut it down. There. And then I keep doing that. Final one. Quarter of an inch. Move that along. There. Right, third color, soft sea foam or a blue, because this two looks
Blue.
similar. What a sure afternoon.
Yeah.
So I can even start off again just to change the look of it. Oh no, I'm gonna have to change. Go upside down. There we go. That makes sense. Like there. See, because that I wasn't looking. It's good that I wasn't looking. Right. 1/4 of an inch again. That should be okay. A sure afternoon again. Just finish this up. I should have done really blue in the corner, in the middle even. Or balmy. I'm gonna go balmy. All right. So I can move it with the magnet. It's just the lifting of it, I guess. Line it up, 1/4 of an inch. So technically you can, if you have a bigger piece, you can line it up against that. Small dots. Can I? Yeah, I can just move that. Oh, it stops because the magnet, so it stays there. There's nothing else. That's quite cool. I like that because I'm rushing now. So it stays there, but you can move it again. Realign. Ink up. Just checked. Ooh, on Monday, cool. There we go. So yeah, so if you are a demonstrator, get it soon before February 2nd, before it goes live as a joining offer, because it's only available till then. There you go. That's quite cool. So you can either have it on the inside or on the outside. This is only at the basic white normal, but I quite like that. And just have a sentiment piece. Right. Anything else that I can think of? Red rubber. I think we were discussing it in our our chat and tidy. Red rubber, it does work. You just need to be very careful. That's the only thing. What have we got? That's red rubber. What is red rubber? Bear with. Cling stamp, which is red rubber. So this has got a foam and then the red rubber. Barrack and tidy. Because I don't even know where that stamp is. Or this one. There we go. On the side, somewhere. All right. Ooh, this might be good for the corner. Would it? Would you? Well, no, because it's curvy. Why not? Let's do red rubber in the corners. Again. I probably won't use it, but I'm gonna cut it just in case. You never know. I might surprise myself. Let's do 4.5. For a square card. Or 11.5. So that's upside down. So the big plate, you don't have the problem of the feet things in the way because it's nice and open. The only thing is red rubber is quite thick. So the space, if I lift it up, it's only probably a millimeter or 2 millimeter. So the space between those platform and the plate is 5/16 of an inch, or that is 8 millimeters. Why are you laughing?
The platform.
Oh, the platform. Rude. I can't really. So that's probably 6 millimeters. So like, yeah, 1 mil or 2 mil. So you just need to be careful when let's do a when you're placing the platform on. Shall we do a petunia or a bird burst? Let's do petunia. Why not? Ink it up. So I'd say place it on the 2 prongs on top and then gently lay it down. You don't need much to press it down. Oh no, I did not press completely. I probably didn't ink properly. I did not ink properly. Let us do that. Oh, you can lift it, I guess, but that's only a small area. All right, let's see. Yeah. It has made it a lot darker because I had to re-ink it. But the image is finished. So that's a me me error. A silly me error. But I'll try and make sure I ink it up properly this time. Yeah. My ink pad is juicy, so it has pulled a little bit. I haven't used Petunia Pop for a while. I should really. It's going soon, right? Is it? Yeah, 2026. This is looking much better. I think I need to go to sleep. There you go. So it does work. You still need to, there's still a gap. So you just need to be careful that you don't just kind of like place one hole in the prong. Oh, I don't want to ruin that. And then don't place that on because that will hit it quite quickly because it's only a couple of mils. And there we go. So there we are. I'll just clean that one and I'll go through what we've done. I wanted to make sure. Where's my shimmy shammy? let us do one last thing, because how big is that area that we can do repeat stamping? So I'm guessing these pegs are every inch. Yeah, it is. So every 2.5 centimeters. So if you have, where's that repeat? Small one. Okay. Let's do that one. Is that? Oh no, that's thinner. I wanted it because it would look nice, but I'm trying to see. I'm gonna angle it so it's over those lines, just to see. Oh, it won't matter because the rest won't, because it's not big enough stamp. There. Okay, if I well, that's definitely gonna be over. Okay, I'll just angle it. You know what? And I done it back to front, upside down, round and round. Okay. Let's go. Variables. I need magnets. Prop that up. I'm trying to do it 100, but okay. So you can see that's way over because I didn't look at the. So that is down. There's a bit of a wiggle room, but hopefully I didn't. Press it too down. So this might be one. If it's this one, it might be better if you're used to doing your hands on the side. Your hands on the side. You know what I mean? Like if you're easier to place it that way, left and right instead of top and bottom. So let's see. Ooh, no, let's go. So if I don't, if I just do one peg up, there's a bit of a shadow there because I wasn't concentrating. It will cross over. And that was the first time that's done that. Let's see if it will do it again. So again, I'm only going over one peg up. And it has crossed over. So I guess you still need to pay attention. If it's red rubber, you definitely do because of that over that tiny gap only. Laying it down. So don't look at that one because that was. So yeah, so it does go over. It still looks nice. So that's the point. over. So yeah, try to keep, if you want to add, uh, if you want to do repeat stamping and just go up a peg, try to keep your stamp like an inch lower. If it's bigger than an inch, I would move 2 pegs up. So instead of going there, from here to there, I would move another one. So then you have the option to do bigger stamps. But I quite like that repeat onto there. Right. Hi, Kisha. I will nearly finish. Well, we are finished, but hopefully you can watch the replay, or you can watch the replay. Hopefully you will. So that's the repeat stamping with large stamps, red rubber in the corner. We have got repeat stamping in a longer piece of card. What else have we got? Wreath, I guess, or border stamping, repeat stamping, and then the corner stamping there. So if you have smaller stamps, except other than big stamp, bulk stamping there. I'm just going back. Repeat stamping, and then I guess bulk stamping with the sentiment, and then just repeat stamping on its own, and just stamping. What did I just stamp? I don't know. Oh, where's the flowers fair? And just stamping. Just stamping. There you go. I really like this. This can be like, just add the die cuts. That can be a nice plaque or a hanging decoration.
Very pretty.
There you go. You can do that for your swaps.
You give me a few ideas. Thank you so much for starting them for me.
It doesn't have to be the same, right?
So great. I'm watching you do that. It actually looks really, really impressive, that Stampin Positioner. So I'm impressed. Are you first impressions?
Yes.
Honest review, honest impression.
It's really good. I think I just again, there's a bit of a, not a learning curve. You just need to kind of like find your way of working, because it is different to what we've had before. As I mentioned earlier about like inking up the plate, if you don't have much space, I quite like the idea of just turning it upside down, but just be aware that that spring will go up and down as well. And the repeat stamping is amazing because you can still do it. I just hopefully will have more magnets and more plates available in the future. But yes,
that is the plan. So as we have mentioned, this positioner is going to be available for the joining offer for February. So from February 3rd to March the 2nd, you can get this free of charge if you are not a demonstrator already. So it's part of your it's part of your joining kit, which you can get your starter kit. We'll just pop a little QR code up on the screen right now, so you can head over. You can take scan that with your camera on your phone or your tablet or whatever you've got, and that will then take you to our joining page. If you live in the UK, France, Germany, Netherlands, Austria, Belgium, or Ireland, you can use that link, and then you can join our team right there and get it free of charge and be part of our little community, which we've got as well. If you are anywhere else and you aren't a demonstrator and you're looking for a demonstrator, do reach out to us. I'm sure we can point you in the right direction if you are looking for somebody as well. And the same offer, it is going worldwide, this offer to all of the countries which Stampin' Up sell to. This offer is everywhere, so you don't have to be just in the UK for us to get hold of this offer.
And don't forget to add the grid Stampin' Positioner grid paper in your kit as well.
That's it. So I reckon what we do is we come back over to us.
Okay.
There we have it. So I hope you've enjoyed that. That's got a lot longer than I thought you were going to go on for, but I think you
Yes, I
enjoyed. I
know.
think you enjoyed it. We all know when Jay's enjoyed something because he just goes on.
I just want to try different things. I'm like,
And
"Ooh."
hopefully it's given you a few ideas on what to do, what the actual platform is. Because it's, like I say, I think it is a learning curve which you've got to have with it. You still got to craft with it. It's not going to do the job for you. You still got crafting up with Jay's done with that nice long strip there with your corner stamping. There's certain things which you just need to you can, if you think about it, you can make it, you can actually use it as a good crafting tool and a good addition to your craft stash if you haven't got one already, or if you have got one already and you just want everything like we do, then you grab it as well. If you can, if you're a demonstrator, you've got only a few more days to get it as a demonstrator as well. Should we end it from there?
Yes.
Lovely. All right, so we will be back with you again
On Wednesday,
same times, or not same time. We will be back with you at 7 o'clock on Wednesday evening. But enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone, and we will see you again very, very soon. Take care for now.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.